Welcome to the Feely Animal Channel. Today, we're diving into a truly fascinating topic. Indeed, the animal kingdom never runs short of surprises. Some species have turned the behavior of cannibalism into a rather disturbing survival strategy. But if you look at it from a different angle, it can also be quite humorous in its own way. Scientists have recorded over 1,500 species that engage in this peculiar behavior, sometimes even taking out their siblings. Here are some of the most striking examples of cannibalistic creatures that will surely leave you both scared and amused by the oddities of nature. One tiger shark, the killer in the womb. Tiger sharks are notorious for being one of the ocean's fiercest predators. And guess what? This reputation starts even before they're born. When a mama tiger shark is pregnant, she carries around 6 to 7 embryos, but don't expect a big happy family to emerge. Instead, the strongest little shark will munch on its siblings still in their eggs, grown into a whopping 3 feet long by the time it's born. Talk about starting life with a bang. This tiny shark isn't afraid of anything in the ocean. Two prairie dog, cute face, scary behavior. Don't let the adorable face of the prairie dog fool you. Inside lurks a beast ready to take out its own kind. Some female prairie dogs sneak into the burrows of their relatives and surprise, dying on the little ones. This rather extreme tactic boosts their own offspring's survival by reducing the competition. Who knew the prairie could be so cutthroat? Three, cane toad. Don't mess with the toads. Cane toads eating other toads. Hard to believe, but that's the brutal reality in South America. When they sniff out their fellow toad's eggs, they dive right in, thanks to a protective toxin in the eggs called bufadinolides. This toxic treat not only nourishes them, but also cuts down on future competition. And get this, juvenile cane toads are notorious for using their middle toes to lure in their own kind before having a gourmet feast. Fourth snake, when family ties are just a concept. Rattlesnakes have proven that maternal instincts aren't always a priority in nature. A study found that a whopping 68% of Mexican rattlesnake mothers chow down on their own offspring, including those that didn't make it. And in a Bronx zoo back in 1901, a female cobra made a meal out of the resident black snakes. Talk about a family dinner gone wrong. Five, Australian redback spider. Love means dinner. Welcome to the bizarre love life of the Australian redback spider, where the male doesn't mind sacrificing himself to please his lady. During mating, the male climbs onto the female's mouth end, as you guessed, becomes dinner almost immediately. While the ending isn't pretty, those males that get eaten help the females produce twice as many babies than their luckier counterparts. Now that's what I call an extreme relationship. 6. Nile crocodile. Don't stop him from eating his relatives. Nile crocodiles have no qualms about making a meal out of their smaller kin. A Florida resident once witnessed a large crocodile gobbling up a smaller one while executing the death roll, a technique for shredding prey into bite-sized pieces. This behavior has been around for millions of years, proving that sometimes being ruthless is just survival instinct. 7. Praying mantis. The male's head as an appetizer. Female praying mantises are infamous for their head-chopping habits during mating. Even after losing their heads, the males continue to mate for hours, relying on nerve centers in their bodies to keep going. If they're quick enough to jump off right after mating, they might just escape with their lives. But let's face it, not many males have a happy ending after such a passionate encounter. 8. Scorpion. Lonely and merciless. Scorpions are solitary creatures, and if they bump into one of their own, it's game on. The loser of these battles typically ends up as the winner's next meal. And after a romantic tussle, female scorpions can even snack on their partners, making them one of the most violent breakup artists in the animal kingdom. 9. Mormon cricket, united to eat each other. Mormon crickets, closely related to grasshoppers, have a very cooperative foraging strategy. However, if one of them gets exhausted and collapses, their buddies quickly rescue it by having a feast. The remains provide valuable protein and minerals for the rest of the group. Now that's what I call a supportive community. Tenderloin, the pride's internal drama. In the lion world, the dominant male calls the shots. When younger males dethrone the leader, they often kill the cubs fathered by the previous king to solidify their reign. It's like a royal family drama, but with a lot more teeth. 11. Chimpanzee, not so neighborly after all. Chimpanzees, our closest relatives, are smart but can be ruthless. When hungry or stressed, they sometimes organize group hunts targeting other chimpanzees, especially the little ones. It seems that survival instincts can trump even the closest of familial bonds. 12. Jaguar. Not even family is safe. Though rare, jaguars have been known to kill and eat their young. A 2010 study documented a wild jaguar munching on a female in a territorial dispute. Even in the wild, familial ties can sometimes feel more like a loose concept than a solid bond. 13. New tiger. Freedom comes with competition. At Kanha National Park in India, researchers noted a male tiger that killed and ate a female and her to almost grown cubs. In an area where prey is plentiful, this behavior surprised scientists, showing that sometimes competition for survival doesn't just come from outside threats. Through these peculiar examples, we see that the natural world constantly surprises us with its wild survival tactics, often leaving us both amazed and chuckling in disbelief. Cannibalism may just be one way these animals cope with the harsh realities of life, proving that survival instincts are alive and well in nature. Thank you for joining us on the Feely Animal Channel. We hope you enjoyed exploring the wild and wacky world of animal behavior with us today. If you found these fascinating facts about cannibalism in the animal kingdom both surprising and amusing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more intriguing content. Until next time, keep wondering about the wonders of nature, and remember there's always more to discover. Stay curious.